Good morning. It is Thursday, June 1st, 2023, 7:08 a.m. in my locale. 79 degrees. It's supposed to go up to about 86 today. I haven't been outside yet because the man just woke up, so he hasn't gone OUT yet. So, let's see what's going on. We had a fun time last night. That was enjoyable. Got home and dinner was very, very easy for us. I was just pretty much making rice, cooking some stuff up, just, figuring that out. And now I've looked back, and about 4:30, 4:45 this morning, opened the fridge, started looking around, seeing stuff I've got to portion out. I saw my leftovers. I said, okay, I need to get rid of these leftovers. So for the next 2 or 3 days, it's going to be leftovers for lunch, leftovers for dinner, maybe 2 days. And we're going to just move forward from there. I did check the beef jerky. It needs a little more. I had that a little bit more vinegar, a little bit more lime juice, and a little bit more salt because I want it to get a little softer. Once that gets done, and probably tonight, I'm going to slice it up and put it in the dehydrator overnight. So we do have a plan. Leftovers are easy to cook and eat. I got some cooking to do. Should be fine. All right, so let's move over to our daily Zen poem. This is Dialogues of the Buddha. The middle way involves a willingness to accept either rebirth or no rebirth of consciousness in another life. But the problem of rebirth of craving is the most universal, as it is the most significant and most urgent, for it pertains to all times, regardless of whether it be in this moment, this life, or future lives, if there are to be future lives. If one has solved this problem and is freed from craving, then all of the problems cease to be problems, for with respect to them, there is no longer any craving. That's one of the big things about Buddhism. The first thing is that desire leads to suffering. Okay, it's a little philosophical. It took me years to figure that one out, and it's the whole, in my mind, it is the whole chasing everything. The bigger house, the new car, keep up with the Joneses. My kid got a participation trophy over and over. We have to send them to the best school so that they can get a useless degree, so they can come home and they can work at Starbucks and complain about life, and over and over. And that chase for uselessness or for things that are going to serve you poorly now and even more poorly in the future. So that really, it grinds my gears. Now, I'm older, and I've lived through some horrendous garbage, and now I'm in a third world country. So now I live in a world of desire and experience. That's the right word. Did the sun rise? Great. Do I enjoy that? Yes. What do I expect from the person in front of me? Absolutely nothing. The only possible expectation I expect from the person in front of me is to step to my left or to my right and just get out of my way. Just leave me alone. That is where you start to get that freedom. We always want to find the like-minded people who share our values and have something to offer. And when they are in front of us, they're not in our way. You embrace them because now you've got something you guys can get started on. But the vast majority of what I would not even call humanity, I would call oxygen exchanging machines, is pretty much useless at this point. It's what it is. If you're part of the tribe, you know what I mean. If you're not part of the tribe, we may not be able to give you any assistance because you're not like-minded, you don't share our values, and you have nothing to offer. So you gotta hit it. Let's go to our... Which order are we going to go in, big guy? Because you just woke up. Oh, thank you, air conditioner. Do you want to go to obligatory queso view, or do you want to go to the room pool? Where are we going, Biggie? No. Whoa, God. He's warm. I hate to break you out of your warmth. The world needs to see you. Look at that big snort for our obligatory case of you to get started. Anything else? Well, that was a lot to say. Come here. Your breakfast is coming. All right, let's move to our daily rune pull. And now he's digging, of course. Okay, that is the rune of separation, but I pulled it inverted. So let's take a look together. I don't think I've ever pulled that one. Othilla. Separation, retreat, and inheritance. This is not a time to be bound by old conditioning or old authority. Consider not only what will benefit you, what will benefit others, and act according to the light you possess now in your life. If it benefits others, they better be like-minded, share my values, and have something to offer. Because you may be called upon to undertake a radical departure from old ways, total honesty is required. We're not in agreement here. The old ways are the old ways because they worked. If they didn't work, we would not remember them as the old ways. Otherwise, through negligence or refusal to see clearly, you may cause pain to others and damage to yourself. Good point. If you're not seeing clearly, you can cause damage to others and damage to yourself. You always have to take that step back and really quickly think about it. I will always ask my biggest question, which is, when I'm thinking about pain to others, my question is always the same. Who are these others? Who are they to me? Are they like-minded, share my values, and do they have something to offer? If they aren't, then I shouldn't be concerned about that. If they are of concern, then I should take deep concern and deep thought on that. Adaptability and skillful means are the methods to cultivate at this time. Again, the concept of adaptability. Problems, most people, structures, corporations, garbage thoughts from other people. Just adaptability. Look at it and remember last week, be like water. Just flow around them. Sometimes you got to be the rock. Sometimes you got to be like water. It's knowing when that makes all the difference. Yet you must wait for the universe to act, because upon receiving this rune, remember, we do without doing and everything gets done. We keep seeing that phrase over and over. Do without doing and everything gets done. So I kind of look at that as, have a good basic plan, know what you're doing, but don't focus solely on the job, because it's just work, especially in 2023, and they're paying you for it. It's just work. It's not an occupation. It's not a vocation. It's not a religion. It's just work. It's just a job. We've found that companies now, they don't care. You don't owe them any loyalty. I did watch a video from a man named Andrew Jeek, who actually spoke to me, and he said, act your wage and not your age. You're paying me this little to do this much. Gotta go. And you just walk away from it. Act your wage and not your age. If you were so valuable to them, they would be bending over backwards and they'd be paying you a whole lot more to sacrifice your time. Which is why from the age of 13, I was always hourly until I was 16, and then I was hourly. And then once I got out of college, right? Or I'm sorry, as I was graduating college, I had a job. And that was my first salary job. And up to that point, I had always work an hour, get paid an hour. Okay. And then after that, it was all salary, which means anytime it went over 40 hours, I'd be getting paid less per unit time. Not so great. Now we're in a place where if you're working salary for any reason, they're just abusing your time and energy at that point. Get back to an hourly structure, I say. And, if they don't want to pay you for that extra hour, just go, okay, get up and walk away. And if they go, but it's not done, well, you didn't want to pay me to do it. So let's pull it all together. Craving, desire, it says our poem. That's where the problem starts. I want, I need, I whatever. I do some really serious thought. Most of which you think you want or you need, you really don't. Our rune tells us to adapt. Be careful about what we're doing. Think about what you're doing, how it's going to affect others. Well, again, slight disagreement. At this point in time, I really don't worry about what I'm doing, how it affects others. I worry about how it affects me. Because when I worry about somebody else, you pretty much get screwed. So they can, if they're as good as they say they are, they can do it themselves. Go for it. And the number 3 thing we learned today. Oh, we haven't read the number 3 thing, so let's get to that. Accordingly, subjugate the feudal lords with potential harm. Labor the feudal lords with numerous affairs, and have the feudal lords race after profits. Looks like it's all coming together, huh? Make them so busy and chasing their tails and their Excel spreadsheets and conditional formatting that they can't see you coming right behind them going, Read that as you're actually in control of your time and energy. So that's the message I want to say. Between these 3 things, desire, adaptability, consideration of actions, and keeping others so busy with useless tasks that you can get your useful tasks done. What a beautiful message today. And again, 79 degrees, little cloudy. Hang on. Sky's a little pink, so the bay's a little pink. That's very pretty. And out the other side, it's just yellow. But that's all right. You've got your queso view. He's going to eat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to encode this video. Today's plans are to go to work. Who am I working with? I don't know. It's probably going to be me alone again today. Yesterday, I was given some semi-reasonable tasks, which I took care of very quickly. And then after that, it was tours, and they were fine, small. A lot of crocodiles yesterday because of the way the weather was. A little bit of rain, also good with that. And so hopefully today being a Thursday is going to be, I'm going to hope, a little busier to make the time go faster. Less junk stuff to do because it's a little mind-numbing. In either event between these two, you pay me this much, I work this long, I go home. And then I got other things to do. I'm still studying. I got to do the beef jerky. I got queso. So think about that for yourself today. What are you running around doing? How busy are you? Do you have tasks that are important to you for either your survival or your happiness that you may have set aside because somebody else wanted you to do something? And who is that somebody else? One more time. Mom said, if you don't take care of you, nobody will. And for those of you new to the game, are you like-minded? Do you share my values? Do you have something to offer? If the answer is or no to any of those questions, get walking. You're not tribe. A little too late in the day to take care of anything but tribe. So, and remember, it's not the way we wanted it. It's what they wanted. So when it all falls down, no tears. You got what you wanted. This is what happens, sadly, when you give in to a toddler. Sorry. No, I'm not sorry. This is it. So today's message has been mixed with information, a good spiritual event, and I hope it brings some thought to you. What am I striving after? What am I doing? And the other question is, what is really the most important thing I need? What can I do to further myself, my physical, mental, intellectual growth, and be adaptable and go around the conformists, the sheep, the horribly dispossessed? How can we get around that? Because there is a goal that you set for yourself that is brighter and behind all of that, and they're just in the way. So you have to learn whether you're going to go through them, around them, up them, around them, and adapt, because the things in front of you are not as important as the goal you have set for yourself behind them. Go get that goal. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.